Masterclass show, a place where visionary leaders build a life and business legacy on purpose through mindset, branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team so they can make an amazing impact and income and positively affect their communities worldwide. Ensure that you are sharing this show, you're subscribing, and you also are leaving us a review so we can create more amazing content around those areas to help you level up to the next level and also bring amazing guest experts that can share their knowledge and expertise with you so that you can create amazing legacy. All right, welcome back to another show, Visionary Leaders. I'm back with you with another amazing guest. And today, yes, the guest is very, very special to me because he's the CFO and CEO of Ignatia Construction, but also my life and business partner, Xhemali Lopari. I wanted to invite him on here to kind of talk about a few of the topics that I think will absolutely interest you regarding our journeys as well. So, Xhemali, thank you so much for being here.
Hi,
It's great to have you on our show. So, Jimmy, I
it's a
call you
pleasure.
short Jim. You are from your office here, based out of New York, and you have your day to day happenings there. I know. So let's start with. I would love to kind of introduce you to the audience a little bit. So, can you maybe share a little bit about you that you feel led you to the work that you're doing today with your company?
What in specifically you want me to talk about, when it comes to that? So daily work, it's checking out emails, talking to the customers, seeing what the team is doing, things like those. This is a daily routine. Most of the contractors here and there, everywhere in the world, that's a daily routine. Making sure that the flow of the work goes smoothly and customers are happy.
Yes, that is absolute vision, the day to day. But tell me a little bit about the founding of your company. How did you get into the construction industry?
Uh, that's a good question. It's been a while now, over 14 years that I've been doing this. It started as a side hustle in the beginning, and after that, it just got better. Like I started feeling more into the industry, and here we are, 15 years later, doing it, like strongly and happy.
Happy and fulfilled with the vision and mission, absolutely. And I know you bring a lot of that home for sure. So I think it's very important that we are happy and we are fulfilled with whatever line of work is it that we do. What have you learned in your journey of being an entrepreneur for over a decade that you want to share with other people that might be wanting to get in this journey or that are already entrepreneurs in different fields?
Uh, Sharing. Like it's a lot of things to share when it comes to it. And like it's not an easy task. Like that's one of the things everybody has to understand. It's not for everybody, but it's a lot of challenges. That's what we see. Like when it comes to it, like it's not easy. Like to deal with a lot of the work, the people. That's one of the things. We have to be very polite with our customers, and that's kind of a way of moving, and like it's a long process. That's how we have to see it. Like it's not an easy task. Like not everybody can be doing what we do. you know
Hmm.
it,
So it's a challenging journey for sure, right? And understanding how to learn and grow daily through the journey is absolutely necessary for us as entrepreneurs as well. And that is what I've seen, and that's what you have encouraged me very early on. And that's another message that I think is really important for a lot of entrepreneur couples that are in life and business partnership together and creating the vision for their families and for their futures. That support is very, very important. You were one of the early people in the journey that when I ventured out from working for a company to start my own business, you're so practical with it and gave me the advice of just trying it and seeing where things will lead you. What made you kind of support me early on that you saw at that time, because I know that working for other people was something that was not aligning with you, and you wanted to work for yourself very early on. So what you can share about that with people?
You talking about my journey or your journey? Because that's a completely different story. My journey, like as I said, it's been such a long time, and like it came to a point that I wasn't feeling it anymore working for others, and that was the step that I had to do, to make me happier, like, and feel that I'll put my 100% into what I'm doing. Like, before it wasn't that 100% commitment that we had, working for somebody else, and I wasn't feeling happy. So the whole process started. To be first, you have to be happy to go to work every day and to make it happen. That's all. That's what it brings us where we are today. That's what it's bringing us to what are we doing and what we're gonna do in the future. Being happy with what we do. That's the most important thing. Being a business owner,
Mm.
to love what you do. That's what we see, and that's what we do. Like that's the biggest challenge. Like a lot of people to take that step to move from a 9 to 5 daily work, like, and being on the other side that you bring a lot of people together. That's one of the things that you have to take. It's a lot of responsibility that takes you into this process, but like with the time you get better and better.
Yeah.
And when it comes to you, like I felt that you're a little bit out of yourself when it comes to the things that you're doing. You aren't happy, and I remember not that 100% support that I had from you, so I had to give it to you. So that was one of the things that like I give you, as a older business owner compared to
Yeah.
a younger one.
I love that. So, absolutely, because before our growth, there is so much security mindset that we go into, right? We want to be secure. We want to have the job. We want to have the 401k, right? So, I think that's where a lot of people are at the beginning before they ventured out to entrepreneurship. And we have both experienced that, right? So I think what you talked about is passion and purpose. So find purpose and find something you do that you're passionate about, because if you're not happy, it's not worth it. Find what makes you happy and go build it, and go through the process, even though it might be challenging. There's so much more goodness and fulfillment on the other side. I think for most people, that is really what they are looking for. So love that. So Jimmy, can you share with us a few, I guess, pointers, if someone were to start a construction business, or someone that is already in the construction industry? What are some of the advice you would give them for them to be successful in the industry and last for over 10 years, and be able to pivot now with the new changes of technology, of economy, and everything that is happening? What would you say to someone?
First, you have to be very flexible on all the changes. That's the number one when it comes to it. You have to be very flexible and to uh, the right word right now it's not coming, but uh,
Adaptability, being
adaptability,
adaptable.
like being more adaptable to the to
Mhm.
the situations, to the environment, to the economy, everything.
Mhm.
Uh, for somebody that wants to start in construction company or start his business in the construction industry, there are a few steps that you have to go. First you have to get licensed, insured, all the paperwork that have to be in line with your state, your city, like all the local governments that all the requirements are needed. And right now there are more and more that they adding up just to make the work place safer, and like all the regulations they have to be like on a certain degree. It's a lengthy process, but at the same time, like the people that really want to do it, like they have to go through steps, like knowing the code, knowing the environment, like hiring Networking is one of the best things that will help you in like talking and communicating with a lot of architects, designers, like the whole spectrum of the field. So that's why it's going to make your life much easier, and knowing your people around you.
Yeah, great advice. I mean, back to what you said, construction is a regulated industry, so obviously know where you are going to operate and understand how to go through all that licensing process. But I love that you said that it's a step-by-step building growth process, because just like you build homes, right, for people and businesses, I always feel that even with business, it's the foundational pieces that you have to build so that it could last for you for many years to come. Just like a home, you build a home on solid
Yes.
foundation so it could grow strong. I think the same with business, in the business world, for sure there. And I love that you said networking, because everything is about aligning with the right people and the right partners around you that are going to help you, that are going to recommend you, that are you going to build trust and influence with them so that you can then be the person that they are referring to. And you are always serving, right? You're always serving and helping one another. That's the key to that as well. I love that. Jimmy, let's talk about investments. As a CFO also to the Life School, I know that investing in the right things in our life and business, in the right priorities, in order to make that vision a reality, in order to really create the life that we want for our family or for our personal goals or for whatever else, right? Everyone has different goals in life, and that's the beauty of life. So back to, investing. What advice would you give to people, or even maybe life partners that now women, their female life partner is starting their own business, right? And I know you talked about the support at the beginning because you're in the field, so for you it was a little bit easier because you're already an entrepreneur. But most people might not have that support and someone understanding how this works. What would you say? Would you say that investing in the right priorities is important? And also, how do you go about investing, and how do you go about supporting someone else in the family financially as well as emotionally, to ensure that we're working towards the same vision, purpose, and mission in the family as well?
Yeah, communication is key. When it comes to that, that's number one. You have to be open-minded, because you, you have to move from a traditional way of thinking to an untraditional way of thinking, because being an entrepreneur, like it's always uh, challenges that will come in your way. So you have to be open-minded to comes to everything that it's in front of you. You cannot be a closed-minded. So that's one of the supports that you have to be in. Like, you getting out from your comfort zone. So you have to be comfortable of being out of your comfort zone. That's what the key is. If
Mm.
you cannot be, like it's going to be a lot of challenges in your way. So to be supportive, and like to your spouse, to your husband, to your girlfriend, whatever person you are partner with, like you have to be open-minded, because like it's not going to be a jackpot the first moment. Like it's going to be ups and downs, but as you have to be very close to them to understand what they're going through, and if you can help them, like always be there to listen or to give advices, because everything in life will come in a way or another to help you. Like as let's say a personal advice when you don't think that it's very important, but to the person that is trying to move on, it's going to be a very good advice. So that's what I say, like being emotionally, physically, financially, like being supportive. That's what it's supposed to be, like for any
Mm.
person that wants to start a business nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, aligning yourself with the right mentors and support is important. And communication, as you said, with relationships is very, very crucial to understand that everyone is being heard and everyone is really on the same page. And even if people are not on the same page, to really open up that communication and to send healthy boundaries with one another so that we are still individually walking in our own unique paths as partners in life as well. I think that's another thing that you have allowed me to do. Just let me be myself, let me be free, let me do the things that I want to do, because we are very different, unique individuals, right? So we all have our life journey and life path. Yeah, absolutely. The journey is never a straight line, there's always zigzags, but
Yeah, it's ups
that's
and
the
downs.
beauty. That's the beauty, because it was easy. It would not grow you. So that is what the key secret to that is. Jimmy, give me a message for Albanian men. We serve the Albanian community here at the Life School, as you know, and I'm very passionate about the contributing back to my origin country. So, and I know this concept of starting businesses, growing businesses, thinking differently, going from employee to an entrepreneur is a new thing for us as well as a culture. So,
Yeah,
what kind
we
of
have. I think we have to work on our own selves first. That's what the key is. You know, for us coming from a different culture from, you know, like, as you know, like, let's be more specific. You know, like every culture is different. You know, but for a lot of us that we come from a all communist country, you know, like we were a little bit more close-minded on certain stuff. So we have to work on ourselves first, and that's what the first the first step towards improvement is. You know, if we don't work on ourselves, you know, that's going to be very hard for us to see what's happening around. So, work on yourself. That's what should be the number one. And after that, you know, like everything will align. You know, like if you cannot be growing, if you cannot grow, you will never be open. So that's what I think it will be a good point to
yeah,
start.
if you cannot grow, you cannot see all the opportunities. You don't know how to use them and you don't know how to apply them. So that is the power there. What about for Albanian men supporting Albanian women that want to take the journey of entrepreneurship? What advice would you have for them?
Be a little bit more open-minded.
Mm. In what way?
And in what way? You know, like that's a little bit of a more, you know, each person is different, so that's what we have to understand. Like not everybody are the same. So on certain situations, we have to discuss it. You know, that's what the key point is. You know, like being more open. You know, like have everything in the air. Don't be close-minded on whatever new idea that comes in your way. You know, like you have to be more uh, adapted to where you're standing. And like if you see that it doesn't align with your ideas, you have to listen. You know, that's what will be the key. You know, listen. Even if you don't agree with it, you know, like you have to be more supportive. You know, like think about, don't overreact because you know that's what we do. You know, it's part of our culture. You know, we overreact on certain situations. So be a little bit more open. That's what I should say to all of our Albanian brothers and sisters listening right now, or are they going to listen to us?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is what I think the main message is, to be supportive. As you said, everyone's different. And we need to allow to give each other space to learn and grow, right? Sometimes,
Yeah,
and honor each other's decisions. I think that's what
or
you do with me.
work together towards the same goal. You know, like you
Hmm.
may think that is not the right path, but you know, like you never know in life. So you know, like, to work towards that final line will be the best. You know, like that's what we see. In it. Like, even if it doesn't align with your ideas, you have to be supportive to your partner. You know, that's will make it much easier for you to understand because you know it may be a field that you don't understand it, but you know, like, be a little bit more open.
Yeah, and be open to the new information. I think that's important what you said. Even though it's in fields that we don't really have awareness or information on, does not mean that there's not something there. So absolutely got to always be learning and growing, because at the life school, we're all life students anyway, at the end of the day. Jimmy, one last question for you, and I'll let you go because I know you're a busy, busy CEO and you got a lot going on. As far as investments, what do you think? How do you make your investments in your company for growth? What can you share with us?
Investments. Like you're going to be more specific on investments because as we know it, right now we are a little bit into a transition. Like the country have been through a lot of stages. The economy it's not. Like, be patient. That's what I should say. Be patient, and every move you make towards your investments for the future, you have to be very uh, or better study before you make a move.
Mm.
Learn more about what you're planning to invest into and do your research. And if you feel that it's the right move, you do it. But just don't jump. That's what I should say about investments. Don't jump ahead of time because that run will will cut short if you don't do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework for sure. There's so much information. Make sure they align with you and also have a more of a long-term outlook because I also find the family and business is really the same thing. It's all an organization. There's a family unit, there's family members in there. In your business, you have the same thing. Even if you're a solopreneur, you might have, yourself then, right? Until you add team and that becomes a big organization as well. So definitely do your homework, but invest that in order to make money, we have to invest money. And everything actually is an investment. I've had this thought lately about expenses in our businesses. And I don't really resonate with expenses so much because if you do your homework, like you said, and you know what you are investing towards, that's not an expense. It's actually an investment because everything is an investment. Your office is an investment. Your team is an investment. The systems you implement is an investment. The ad you run in your company is an investment because hopefully you're getting an ROI if we're investing on the right things. So I don't know if there's such a thing as an expense. That's a topic that I want to elaborate on more, especially with a lot of CFOs and CEOs. But yeah, that's just my latest thoughts on really investing and expenses. There's no such thing because if we do it right, it's all an investment. At the end of the day, it should give us a return on our investment, but we got to be patient, as you said. Sometimes we're looking for fast returns, and that is usually, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. So, well,
And
Jimmy, thank. Uh-huh. Any
there are
last
always
final thoughts?
there are always challenges when it comes to investments. Like you when you make a move, you make a move. Like if you hit the jackpot, that's what a lot of people say. And like you hit it, but then like do your homework. That's what number one priority is. Do your homework on any kind of investments you're making, because on a long run, you'll be a winner. Always look at the end result. Like it may take a little bit longer to towards your investment, but you'll be happy with the end result.
Yeah, and once you do the homework and you pass through those phases, don't be afraid to take risk. Life is a big risk at the end of the day, anyway. So there needs to be courage and faith, and I think that's important as well because if you stay too safe, you never make progress. So we have to take chances so we could see what's on the other side. And like you said, maybe you hit a jackpot. Maybe you do have the great next business model. Maybe you are in the right time in the right place with the right people. You never know, but the only way to know is if you try. So Jimmy, thank you so much for your time. It was beautiful to have a great conversation this way. It's a little bit odd, but I think it was really educational, inspiring for other people watching. And Jimmy, I know that you also help people with starting and growing their construction business. And your website is right here on the screen, ignatiaconstruction.com. And I also know you're also very active on Instagram. What is your Instagram handle?
It's ignatiaconstruction.com. That's the name of the company. So when it comes to it, if anybody want to contact us, it can be through the website, Instagram, Facebook. We're on all social medias. So
All
we're
right,
good.
there you have it. So follow Jimmy for more amazing projects. And what I know about you is that you are an artist at heart, and we just have obviously different gifts. I always say you are an artist at building homes, and I'm good at building businesses. So we're a good team for sure in life
We are
and
builders.
Thank you so much again, and
My
have a
pleasure.
beautiful rest of your day. And I will see you guys next time. And you know what to do: subscribe, review, and leave us and share this interview and the show with other entrepreneurs for massive impact, and so that we can help and support one another. Bye for now.
Bye.
I want to share with you the 4 books that would change your life personally and professionally. So, the first book is Connecting the Dots Backwards, one of the books I've written that will help you connect the dots between your past, your present, and your future life vision. You will find topics in there around marketing, sales, spirituality, relationships, all the areas that you need to be fulfilled as a human being. The second book that I've written, which is a journal, accompanies the Connecting with the Dots book. And this journal will help you apply the information that you learn in the book into a journal. It has self guided questions that you can go through and into to get the clarity that you need to discover your values, your vision, and your mission. This is a journal attaching the book as well. And then Purpose Driven Entrepreneurship is my latest book where I have included my legacy framework in building legacy businesses, everything from mindset, branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team. And I have connected all the dots between all those areas so that you have the fundamentals that you need to build a truly legacy empire. And then my latest creation is the Focus on Purpose Planner for increased productivity and efficiency, where I have included a framework around your productivity where you can plan ahead, work on purpose, and leave amazing impact on the planet with your work. You can find any of my books on the website below, elonaloparicoaching.com books, and definitely grab your copy. Let me know, leave me a review on Amazon, and let me know how this book has impacted you and changed your life.